Welcome to the channel, and welcome to our first battle report. We're playing a 400-point game of Star Wars Armada in a classic matchup between the Empire and the Rebellion. This is going to be our first game featuring the Onager, which I'm looking forward to facing. So with that said, let's start by looking at the Rebel fleet. The whole ethos behind this fleet list is to maximize General Dodonna's ability to really be dealing out those face-up damage cards so that these ships can punch above their weight class and disable the systems on bigger ships such as Star Destroyers. My flagship is the CR-90B Corvette with the title Dodonna's Pride, as well as SW7 iron batteries. That way I can ensure the ship is putting out consistent damage, and if I get lucky enough to score a critical hit, I can cancel out all those hits to deal up a face-up damage card regardless of how many shields the opposing ship has left, and that's going to stack really nicely with General Dodonna's ability. The next ship in the fleet is the CR-90A Corvette, and this is equipped with the standard loadout of giving it the title Jaina's Light with turbo laser reroute circuits. Within this fleet, this ship's role is just going to be to run nuisance and to distract my opponent from attacking my flagship. Next up we have two similarly equipped MC-30 torpedo frigates. These are going to be the hard hitters of the fleet. They're equipped with ordnance experts, as might be expected, as well as assault proton torpedoes to be really fishing for those face-up damage cards. I've given them early warning systems as well, just to help increase their survivability. The only difference between these two ships is that one of them is going to have Torrent Far on board, because there's quite a few blue dice being rolled in the attacks for this fleet list, and Torrent Far will help just ensure a bit more damage output, I suppose. Rounding out the ship selections, we have a Hammerhead Torpedo Corvette with the title Gorell's Honor, and I've given it external racks and boarding engineers as well. This is actually one of the most fun little ships I've flown. I've only just started using it, and I'm just very impressed with how brutal and savage this ship can be. I like how you can get up close, deal a heck of a lot of damage from your external racks, and then just ram the opponent to death. And if you lose the hammerhead in the process, well, it doesn't matter, it's a cheap ship. Finally, we have the squadrons. Now I know, ideally I should take 4 squadrons to give myself as much of an advantage as possible during the deployment phase. However, I don't really have the points for that, and I also want my squadrons to not rely on any squadron activation commands from my ships, which need to be doing other things. So, I've gone for the classic matchup of Wedge Antilles and Dutch Vander, which between them they should be able to deal with most other enemy squadron threats, and if they have the opportunity, do a bit of damage on enemy ships. And these two squadrons will be pushed by Hera Syndulla and the Ghost, who will grant them the rogue ability so that they can move and fire without relying on orders to do so. So the total cost of this fleet is 395 points, and with that said, now let's have a look at the Imperial fleet.
Okay, so this is my first time flying an Onager, and my first time flying this fleet, so it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out. So we will go to the flagship first, which is my Simoon refit ISD with General Ramodi as my Admiral, with Intel Officer, Entrapment Formation, Linked Turbo Lasers, and finally Relentless as the title. Moving over to the Onager, I've gone for the testbed variant in this instance because I'm looking more for something that has a more red die, which is the advantage over the Star Destroyer variant. And on this one I am also taking an Intel Officer, again, to chew through defense tokens. Veteran Gunners, so I've got some rerolls. Fire Control Team, so I can actually implement more than one critical effect at a time. Engine Techs to support navigation and movement and get my ship out of there if I need to. I've then taken the red lasers, the Orbital Bombardment Particle Cannons, And finally, for the title, I've taken Raquel, so that is there to basically support my navigation and to make sure that I can move around and reposition easily. My final ship is a Type 1 Gladiator Star Destroyer. Unsurprisingly, this is Demolisher, but I've tagged on Minister Tua for the extra support icon, which has allowed me to take early warning systems so that I'm making my Gladiator a little bit more tanky. Ordnance Experts for the black die rerolls when I get in nice and close. And then finally, rounding out the fleet, I have 4 TIE fighter squadrons. The idea behind this fleet is not to really win the squadron war, but at least to have some sort of fighter defense screen for my ships.
Jester won the initiative bid with her Imperial fleet and has opted to go first. Of my objectives, she has chosen Blockade Run. This means we will be playing along the length of the table, and in order to win, my rebel ships need to run past her blockade and get into her deployment zone. For every ship of mine in the Imperial deployment zone at the end of the game, I'll score 20 victory points, whereas she'll score 20 victory points for every rebel ship she destroys. After choosing our deployment zones, we place the obstacles down. I've managed to get a good cluster of obstacles along one flank, which I plan on using as cover while rapidly advancing towards the Imperial lines. During deployment, Jester placed her fleet in a line abreast formation in order to cover the span of her deployment zone. I had initially placed my 2 CR-90s along with my squadrons in the centre of my deployment area in order to not commit to any one flank. However, once I saw how the Imperials were deploying, I decided to place the rest of my fleet along my right hand side. Okay, start of round 1. The Imperials are the first player. So, what ship's activating first?
Okay, it's going to be my Onager, and I have chosen a navigate token. Well, a navigate dial. So, unfortunately, as yet, nothing is in range. So I'm actually going to use this navigate command to bring myself to speed 0. And then I've put down my token. Token can be within close or long range of my ship. Going there at long range.
As the Doom laser starts to charge up.
Absolutely. And that is my first ship.
Okay, I'm going to activate Garel's Honor as my first ship. It's going to take a navigate token for later use. And no imagination here, it is literally going to charge down this right flank and try and close distance with the Onager. We're going to go in a straight line at full burn. All the way to here. That's my first activation. Back to the Imperials.
Next, we are going to activate Demolisher. So, also taking a nav command, and equally will be dropping to speed 0.
See, building's a static gun lineup. Okay, that's going to make it my activation. Okay, the first of the MC-30s is going to activate now. It's taking a navigate token for later, and it's going to be doing, again, full burn at speed 3. Flying alongside Garel's Honor to try and gain distance with the big floaty space gun.
Relentless. So, Relentless is taking a navigate command. And then
so we have at least one Imperial captain with a bit of aggression on his mind.
No need to be aggressive when you've got the guns.
Right, well, I'm going to grab my navigation tool Torrent Far's MC30 is also going to be grabbing a navigate token for later. And it's going to be burning at speed 3. Staying in formation with the other ships on the right flank. Now, giving you a deployment, I've got to work out what I'm going to do with my blockade runners and the CR90s. So, CR90s, let's do the first one. It's going to be Jaina's Light. Jaina's Light is taking a navigate token. It's going to burn at speed 4.
These things are so fast.
Oh yes. So that looks like a really bad idea, but let's see what that awful ignition gun is like. The Jaina's Light is burning here. Planning, hopefully, to use terrain as cover, see if that works. And now we've got Dodonna's Pride, who's also taking a maneuver token and is going to be travelling at speed 4 as well. So there, and he's burning right behind there. Just realised that's not so smart, but committed to the maneuver, that's what we're doing. So,
Squadrons.
First TIE Fighter squadrons. What are they going to do?
They are just fine.
I see. So Hera, at the start of the squadron phase, gives both Dutch and Wedge Rogue. Doesn't make much difference this turn, it just would have allowed them to move and shoot. Wedge Antilles is going to advance 3 to here, with Dutch Vander's Y-Wing squadron close behind him.
Last 2 TIE Fighters. Are going to just shift over slightly.
And the Rebels are going to finish up their squadron phase as Harrison Dodd is going to move into position with the Ghost behind the other squadrons there. I'm not surprised by the Imperial decision to hold their positions whilst they wait for me to approach their lines, and I know that I'm taking a bit of a risk squaring off against the Onager, but I'm gambling on the chance that it's going to struggle to turn after I get past it. So I'm hoping that I'm only going to have to put up with 1, maybe 2 turns of shooting from it before I'm able to get away. As such, the plan going into this turn is to keep my foot on the gas pedal and load up on repair tokens in preparation for the next turn.
Okay, well, everything went pretty much as I expected in the first turn. I'm holding my line, but I suspect that I'm going to have to deal with these much faster rebel ships trying to outpace me down the flank. In round 2, I'm going to start trying to bring Demolisher around the flank. Raquel is going to try to hit the lead corvette and everything close by, and then I'm probably going to use my pass token and try and bring the ISD into range of hitting something.
So,
Yes.
What's happening at the start of your ship phase?
So at the start of my ship phase, I am going to spend this token to use entrapment formation. So at the start of the ship phase, I can discard this card or spend a token, which I just did. If I do, until the end of the round, each friendly ship may change its speed by 1 during the determine course step.
Okay, very nice.
What about you?
For the Rebels, both of my MC30s are going to trigger their early warning systems, and I'm going to drop chaff in my front arcs.
So here's what we're going to do. We are, because I can't wait, we're going to try and see if I'm in range of my token to your ship, which we are. We're in long range, we're in red die range.
Uh-oh.
Ouch time.
So, it is 4 red dice. Now, this does cross through
To the debris
the
field.
debris field. However, General Ramodi means that you don't get that, so I don't drop a red die, and in fact, I add an additional red die.
Well, now I know what General Ramodi does.
So, here we go. Hey! There we go. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that accuracy to say you can't use the other evade.
Mm-hmm.
And then we've got 4 hits, 2 of which are critical.
Spend the framed evade to cancel out these 2.
Okay.
And that will lose that token. And I'll take the 1 remaining hit on the front arc.
Now I'm going to trigger my red ignition critical, which means that each other ship at distance 1 of the defender suffers 2 damage, and each squadron at distance 1 also suffers 1 damage.
I see. Right, can I use... it's damage, not hit, so
No,
I can't use defense
so you can't
tokens.
use defense tokens.
Well, I guess I'll take that damage then. So each squadron will take 1 hit. And the additional blast damage from the initial attack on the second corvette, after checking the rules, it seems like it can go in any hull zone, so it's going to be taken as a hit on the rear shields.
Okay, and then that is the end of the Onager's activation, so I replace this.
I hate it already. Considering the relative position of your Imperial ships to my grouping over here, I'm going to activate the Corvette here, the Hammerhead, and it is going to not take a repair token. We are going to charge straight forwards.
So next up is going to be Demolisher, taking a squadron command. So, what I'm going to do with that, so he's going to move to that one. Because of entrapment formation, I can speed up to speed 1. Give me 2 hits in the yaw. That is the end of Demolisher's turn.
Okay, the MC-30 torpedo frigate is going to be taking a repair token for later, and it's going to be moving speed 3 now. We're going to go straight forwards. We're going to go straight forwards. That's your activation.
Okay, so I am honestly at this stage going to use my first pass token.
Sneaky, sneaky. Torrent Fuzz MC-30 is also taking a repair token. And is going to also travel straight ahead. Maintain formation.
We're going to reveal a navigate token, navigate dial, And, you know, I am going to take that as a token. A little shift just around here. Just bring a few more things into bear. And that is Star Destroyer's turn.
Okay, Jaina's Light is going to go now. It's going to reveal its command order. It's going to do a repair command that has an engineering value of 2. I'm going to spend both of those points to restore 1 shield to the front deflectors. With that, I'm now going to check if I am in range of anything. If just eyeballing, I don't think I am. Oh, just out, no. So, now I need to decide which way means less death next turn. I like this, especially with Commander bullshit over there. So, I am going.
That's general bullshit to you.
Oh, I see. My apologies, General. Let's have a look. We're going to click it in here, and we are going to move. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think. No, this is exactly what we're going to do. Okay, we're going to go here.
Okay, so
I am I am overlapping, but Jaina's Light ignores that.
Okay.
And it's going right over the YOLO ignition target marker.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Jaina's Light. I'm counting on the fact you can only blow up so many ships at once.
But how many is that many?
That is what I need to determine. So, next ship, we are going to do Dodonna's Pride, who has also taken a repair token, and the repair command is going to spend both those points to restore this shield at the rear back to 1. But we are going to hit the brace. He's going to go to speed 3. It's mainly that just putting some distance between the front target and him. Okay. That's Dodonna's turn, which means we now go to squadron phase.
Okay, well, you know, I think my main thing for this is I'm actually just going to pull these guys back a little bit.
I see.
Just to keep them out of range.
We're actually going to pull the squadron group into the middle of the rebel fleet here. So the instruments go here. Just put them here, make sure I haven't gone too far. Rebels here. Oh, I accidentally gave the Y-Wings more health. No, they're down at 5. And then Hera. I'll come through it here. So, General Ramodi's ability was a nasty surprise I've not seen before, and well, thankfully that damage wasn't too bad, but now I'm pretty close to Jester's ships. I'm going to vouch on the fact that she can't possibly blow up all of my ships at once, so I'm just going to keep on bull rushing the Onager and pray that I don't lose too many.
Round 3, I believe, is going to be a good round. I'm going to have a good chance to blow something up, which is exciting. And then I'm going to be swinging my Gladiator around the flank and really speeding up so that I can get in and maybe even get in behind them.
Start of turn 3, Imperial activation. What is going first?
Okay, so first, I think what we will do is probably go for the Onager. Yes, you've gone for the old sacrificial ship option.
Well, Dodonna ain't no fool. He saw what was coming. He hit the brake pedal. He has to slow down.
Noob! Okay, so Onager is going to do a navigate. So. Alright, cool. So, for now that doesn't really do anything. So what we're going to do is we will indeed be firing into this Corvette. You're at close range, so it'll be close range on your front shields.
Oh dear.
So this is 4 reds. You are technically obscured, so I gain another red. Here we go.
Ouch.
Okay. So I'm going to accept that, but first, using my intel officer, I am going to say if you use the evade token, your remaining evade token, that will go away.
Okay. Now I see why people hate the intel officer. Well, considering the position of the Corvette, I will sacrifice. Will I sacrifice that? Yes, because otherwise he's going to go boom. So, because of the relative ship size, the evade token is going to take out these 2 dice results. That leaves us with 5 hits and 2 critical effects. So, I will spend the redirect as well. That leaves the Corvette with 1 exhausted redirect token as its sole defense token left, and now 5 hits to spread around. Well, we are going to take 2 hits on the front and 2 hits on the starboard arc.
Yep.
And then it's going to be 1 face down damage for the remaining hit, except it's going to be face up because it's a critical. Blinded Gunners. So whilst attacking, I cannot spend accuracy icons. So first point of damage goes through, and we've lost all the shields from the front and starboard arcs. What is the Onager going to do next?
I'm just going to double check that there's nothing within range 1. Don't think so, which is a massive shame, but okay. Alright, so...
Well, you know what they say, fool me once.
So the Onager is going to... now, okay, so I am going to do a speed 0 maneuver. Because I have Raquel, then I can actually just do clicks of yaw at speed 0. So how we do this is we put in the last range, remove the ship, slide that to the direction that it's yawing, and then return the ship to the board.
Okay, Jaina's Light is going to activate. It's going to reveal an engineering command. Now, I can't get rid of Blinded Gunners because it only has 2 engineering points, so I don't want to take its token to get rid of that damage later. Or, that's interesting. No, you know what? I'm going to anticipate another frontal shot or redirect use. So I'm going to bring up the front shield's deflectors back up to 1. Attacking, right, I've got 2 arc shots here, so I'm going to do my little pitter-patter attacks. I don't have any more evade tokens, so my turbo laser reroute circuits are now pointless, but I am in range of your front arc. So we're going to fire 2 red dice into the front arc of your Onager. Okay.
Did we both forget to do our ship phase things?
We did. Shall we do our ship phase things?
Let's do our ship phase things.
Okay, so my ship phase things were, because I don't think the order's going to matter, a chaff token here, well, early warning system token there, one there. So we have 2 chaff tokens.
And mine will be to do entrapment formation and spend my nav token so that everybody can change course by 1 this time.
Okay, let's get back to the shooting. So, Janus Light, 2 red dice into the front of the Onager. Nada. Okay. We're now going to do a left arc shot into the front of your ISD.
Doesn't matter, but did you remove 1 die for being obstructed?
Janus Light doesn't suffer from that.
Oh, yes.
So it's going to be 1 red die, 1 hit. Do you wish to spend any defense tokens?
I am going to say no. I'll just take 1 on the front of the.
Remember, it's easier for me to do. Okay.
I'm on the front.
On the front. Done. Okay, so now Janus Light is going to move. So we are going to fly straight this way, speed 4. And I believe that is just the ramp.
Yep.
So I can't actually click down there. So we're going to bump into each other. I'm going to put Janus Light there on the 3 marker. And we both take a face down damage card.
Okay, we're going to do Demolisher. Demolisher is revealing a navigate token. So unfortunately at this stage I can't hit anything. So what I am going to do is I'm going to speed up to speed 3. So I'm already at speed 1. I can use this dial to give me speed 2, and then I'm going to use my entrapment formation to speed up immediately to speed 3.
Wow.
And I can take an additional click of yaw because I've got the dial. So, okay. So, Demolisher's moving to here. And then, I'm going to see if we're in range of anything. Which I would be. Yep, I am. So I've got my 2 red dice from the front of Demolisher. Again, obstruction isn't an issue, and I actually add an additional red die. Oof. Not pleasant. Alright, 2 hits.
2 hits, and that one is on Dodonna's Pride. Okay, I will spend my first evade token. Okay, we are going to scrap. I'm going to activate this MC30 here.
Okay.
Its command is to take a repair, but it's already got a repair token on there, so we are going to move. Because I'm definitely not in a blue or black range, I have got a speed of 3. So would you like to hear my tactical error I've been making all game?
Go for it.
For some reason I thought my MC30s were limited to speed 3.
Ah, and the speed 4?
They're speed 4. So they're hitting the gas pedal. They should have been much closer than they are already. So to do that, I'm spending this token. And he's shifting to the right to do this. That's him.
Okay. So, final activation is going to be activate some squadrons. So, defensive line. Like so. Well, I should have done this in order before I moved them, but they have no buffs to each other.
Alright, yeah, so now they're going to attack. It should have been one at a time, but honestly it makes no difference here, so yeah, let's do those attacks now.
Okay, so they get 1 blue.
Okay, so the first TIE Fighter Squadron. Going against Corvette.
Nothing.
Nothing.
And then the second one, nothing. Star Destroyer. So, first up, we are going to do a red dice attack into your... I can see front without crossing your... Can I see front without crossing your armor? Just gonna move that guy. Okay, so those are your shields. Okay, no, so I have to hit your side. That's fine. 5 red dice. Ooh, not so great. But what I'm gonna do is I'm on this ship. I am gonna use my intel officer, and I'm gonna say if you use your unexhausted evade, then you'll discard it. Then I'm going to re-roll this thanks to linked turbo lasers. Okay, so that gives me 3 hits, 2 of which are criticals.
Okay, so I've got to make a decision here. Do I want to give up one of my evade tokens in order to not take any damage, or just spend the redirect? Nope. I am going to spend the evade token that you marked, losing it, so I drop those 2 dice, and then the remaining hits I will redirect onto... Let's go for the front shield.
Okay. Right, second shot. Got a single red that I can shoot into your side. This one, right here. Which I'm gonna do because, you know. Okay, single hit.
That's James Light.
Yeah,
Okay.
this one.
Okay, so I'll take the single hit on the port side. Dropping the shield down
To 1.
to 1.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, we're going to do Dodonna's Pride, who's getting a navigate order, which will resolve in a bit. He's going to shoot. So we've just checked the arcs. I can fire at your front arc with my port arc, but I can't see the Star Destroyer with my front arc. So what we're going to do is we're going to fire these 2 blue dice into your fronts here. Let's see what we get. Two hits with a critical effect.
So I am going to spend my brace, and then I am going to redirect the other one over onto the starboard side.
Okay, I'm going to do Dodonna's Pride's ability, which cancels all the attack dice, so you take no hits on your shields, but you take a face-up critical damage card.
That is disgusting.
So,
Okay, so you have given me faulty countermeasures, which means I cannot spend exhausted defense tokens.
next shot, I'm going to fire my anti-fighter barrage into your squadrons here. Now I can definitely see those 2. I just need to check the arc for this one right here. Does it clip at all? Let's do that, that's easy. Yeah, it clips part of the squadron base. So, it's going to be 1 blue dice, or, you know, it's actually changing the range. Yep, 1 blue dice into each of the squadrons. So, starting the one that's overlapping. No, it's not obstructed from the front arc. So, that's a miss. The second squadron. That's a miss.
Third squadron is
It's
obstructed.
obstructed, so I don't get a hit. Alright. Now, let's move the Corvette. Just move these slightly. Remember where they are. Oof. I do believe I'm going to take a face-up damage card, which was not anticipated. Okay.
Yes, by overlapping that asteroid field.
Squadrons are about there?
Okay.
Okay.
It's an asteroid field.
Yep, so it's one face-up damage card. Disengage via control. When declaring the target of an attack, you cannot choose a target against whom the attack would be obstructed. Okay. Not great, but not the worst either. That is Dodonna's Pride. So, remaining, we've got these two ships here. We've got a big old gem right here, don't we? Let's do Gregor's Honor. Gregor is currently travelling at speed 3. Not really in range to attack. So, revealing the command, we have a maneuver dial. Let's have a look.
Is it just a straight up the gut?
It might be straight up the guts, which wasn't the original I was going to do, but that's fine. Okay. That's Gregor's Honor. Finally, this MC-30 over here, who's revealing a repair. It's going to spend this token to go up to speed 4. And go out of the station. That is the end of that. Okay, squadron phase.
Okay. So, starting with mine.
It's turn 3, right?
Yeah.
So
that one. Here.
to measure that, was he going a short distance?
Yeah, he's just gonna move up to back up these guys to there.
Well, this is how we're going to do it. Wedge has the rogue ability thanks to
Hera.
so he's going to move there and he's going to engage this squadron. So he would roll 4 blues normally, but he gets an extra 2 because that squadron is already activated.
Oof.
Alright, let's get the dice.
Man, I've forgotten how much I hate rebel fighters.
Okay, so your guys didn't have any accuracies.
Nope. So 3 hits.
Nope. Oh, yep. Sorry, I thought that was critical. Yep, 3 hits.
3 hits. So that takes that one off.
Okay, let's take off that squadron. So, Wedge very efficiently dispatches these Imperials. And that is going to set up Dutch, who's going to come in this way and engage this squadron here. Dutch has got anti-fighter squadron damage of what, 3 blues? 3 blues.
Yeah.
Gets 2 hits and accuracy. So they're going to take 2 hits and go down to 1 health.
Takes it down to 1 health.
Now, actually, if you read, can you read Dutch's ability before I do this?
When a squadron you attack suffers at least 1 damage, you may toggle its activation slider to the activated side. If it was already activated, it suffers 1 additional damage. Man!
Boom.
I swear that you guys just make up rules.
I couldn't remember that. I thought he might have had that as well, but that was very, very sweet. Right, it would be the Imperial activation now, but there's no more. So we're going to finish up with Hera. Let's have a look. Right, Hera is going to move up and engage these TIE fighters, which are skirting by the edges of the debris field here. Should be in range 1. Yep, so Hera is going to attack them with 2 blues and 2 black dice. Okay, she scores 2 hits.
Okay.
This squadron gets reduced down to 1.
Okay.
Not a bad rebel squadron phase. Going into turn 4, I'm a bit concerned that my ships are very crowded right now. I'm expecting to lose 1 or 2, but after this turn, I should be good.
Well, I didn't get to blow anything up. That's sad. Tactically, I maybe kept my Demolisher out a little too far, but we'll see what happens in the next round. Okay, so Onager's going first. I'm revealing a maneuver. So,
I think you've got a target-rich environment here for
I
Onager.
certainly do. So,
He's in his happy place.
I am in my happy place. So. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I am going to fire at
James Light.
James Light. Okay, so that is 4 reds and 3 black dice.
Oh, no blues? Lucky me.
Okay, here we go. Alrighty. Okay, so this is the ship that's only got your redirect available, correct? Okay, so I'm going to use my intel officer and say that if you select that, it goes away. It's discarded. And then, do you know what? I'm going to accept the rest of that roll. So that is
6 hits
6 hits.
with 2 critical effects.
Yeah.
Huh. That's not so good. Actually, that is really not so good. Okay, 6 hits.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can use the redirect
Yep.
to take off 2, spread across those shields, reducing it to 4 hits. But then that's going to be 4 face-up damage, which is going to annihilate
Or face up?
the ship. 4 damage and some face-up because of critical. But either way, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
It goes boom.
And
Okay.
you gain your first victory point.
Yes. Okay. So, then, this ship and this ship
Well,
also take
yeah.
2 damage.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's hideous. Okay. I'm going to take 2 damage on the rear shields here.
Okay.
And 2 on the starboard shield. Do I want to go to starboard shields? No. No. I'll take 2 on the port shields.
What I'm going to do is I am actually going to speed up to speed 1 at this stage. I think I'm going to need some defense tokens soon. Way. Alright. There we go.
Dodonna's Pride is going to do a concentrated fire. I'm going to shoot my left arc into your left arc.
Okie dokie.
Okay, so that's going to be a weapons battery of 2 blue dice. Okay, and then I'm going to spend the concentrate fire token to add another blue die. And by token I meant dial. So we have got 2 hits for this accuracy. Okay, so know what? I'm just going to say I'm going to spend this accuracy on, well, if I did it on the defense on a redirect, you would do it on the other redirect. So I'm not going to spend that token, that accuracy, to allow the SWR7 iron batteries to kick in. It's unspent, so it adds 1 damage total.
Okay, so 3 damage. In that case, what I will do is I will do a brace to reduce it to 2, and then I'll redirect it all to the rear.
Okay. So the rear deflectors go down to 0 shields.
Yeah, and can you put the starboard ones back up to 3?
There you go. Oh, there we go.
Thank you. Alright.
Right, I'm now going to fire my front weapons battery into the Onager, which looks like it's going to be the front arc here,
Yes, it is.
because of the weird side arc. Do that. Okay, so it's going to be 3 blue dice into the front of the Onager. I'm going to spend 1 of those accuracy tokens so that you can't do the salvo. And then you can, that means you've got 2 hits.
Okay, so what I will do is I will redirect one of those. Still got 5 at the front, don't I?
Yep.
You know, I'll just take 1 on the front.
Okay. I'll drop that down to 4. And now Dodonna's Pride, currently travelling at speed 4, will move.
I'm revealing a navigate command. So, shooting. First up, we're going to do front into side. You are obscured. So that will be 4 red dice.
Okay. I love how you still get 4 red dice even after being obscured.
Okay. Spend either of your evades.
Okay, so
That's 2 hits.
2 hits. Well, I will spend. Which one is that? That's the one of Torrent Far. Okay, I'm going to spend a redirect then. Let's put 2 hits into the rear, please.
Okay.
Okay, 2 hits on the rear, so do you have another shot lined up? I'm not sure.
I do. I can go into the back of that bad boy.
Ooh.
So that is one red.
Okay, shouldn't be too bad. Let's see how you do.
I'm going to use my turbo lasers to reroll that. And it is nada. Okay.
CR90 famed for its speed and its ability to get away. Okay, the Star Destroyer, movement.
So I am going to increase my speed to 2 and improve my yaw. No, I'm just going to improve my yaw instead of speed 1. So that will be like that guy. Where do you want me to put these 2 chaps?
Let's have a look. Let's stick them right in the far corner there.
Okay. I also just realised I didn't put this down again.
Yep, that's fine. Put it where you would put it.
Okay.
we're going to activate this MC-30, who's going to shoot into the Onager. He is concentrating fire. So this looks like it's going to be a left arc into the front arc. Okay, so it's going to be 3 blacks, 2 blues. Alright, nice close range shot into the front of the Onager. You get. Okay, not bad. Let's modify this dice roll now. So I will spend my concentrate fire to roll an additional black die. Okay, so we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits with 2 critical effects and an accuracy. I'm going to say you can't spend the brace.
This was into my front, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'll redirect into my starboard side.
Okay, so you've got 2 shields here, so if I put that down to 0.
Yep.
Okay, so you're down to 0 shields here, so you've got 4 hits, and which can all go into the front.
Yeah.
Okay. So no more hits go through, however, I do have assault proton torpedoes and critical effects, so I'm going to do that to give you a face-up damage card.
Okay, I've got injured crew. So I have to choose and discard one of my defense tokens, and then I flip this damage card back down. So I will. I'm going to discard. It's going to be a stupid thing to do. I'm going to discard the brace.
Okay, now. I think the Onager's weirdly placed line of sight dot is going to prevent me getting a double arc here. Because whilst your left arc is clearly easily within my front, if I were to draw yellow line to yellow, or yellow dot to yellow dot here, I would actually draw across my own, arc here. So I can't get another shot off you.
Oh, had I realised that, I would have used my solver. But there we go.
Alright. In that case, I've got E3, so I'm going to have to put it like here. So it's kind of clipping your ship here. Go there. Alright.
Okay. So, it's me. It's just my gladiator, which is going to do a navigation command. Okay, so we're going to do some weird flying route here, which is going to take me to here.
No, you don't collide into the ISD.
No, but it does cause me to overlap that slightly.
Okay, so overlapping the debris field, I believe, means you take 2 hits.
And then you get to put that wherever you want. Yep. Is this? It's 2 hits to 1 hull zone, isn't it? Yeah. So. Right, and now because this is Demolisher, you can shoot at your side arc.
Okay. Okay, I will take 1 hit, and I'm going to spend a redirect to put that on the front arc. So I drop down from 3 shields on the front to 2. I'm going to activate this guy first, so Torrent Fire. He is concentrating firepower. Let's have a look. Let's do a shot from the left arc into You Have Chaff. So I'm going to go into the front of the ISD. I don't think that's going to be obscured. Okay, 2 hits and a critical effect. I don't have anything to modify that die for. What does your Simon refit have?
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to...
Got 3 shields at the front.
Yep. I'm going to spend redirect and move both of those over onto the port side.
Okay, so you go from 3 shields on the port side down to 1. I'm now going to fire one blue die weapon battery into the front of the Onager. We have an accuracy. Now, I'm going to modify the dice form. I'm going to spend a concentrate fire dial to add a blue die. I'm going to use Torrin's ability to reroll this blue die. 2 hits.
2 hits. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got shields on the...
You've got 2 something here.
Yep, so what I'm going to do is I'll use my redirect and redirect both of those onto the port side.
They build these shields tough in Imperial shipyards. There we go.
Absolutely.
Okay, unfortunately I've misjudged the positioning here. So, if I have a look... Yeah, I think no matter what I do, I'm going to end up ramming you. So, if I put the nav tool here, I can't land there. Oh,
You can't actually get to
yes,
2 without overlapping, so you stop at 1.
Oh, that's so not good.
Do you overlap the station?
I don't.
Oh, unfortunate.
This is very bad for our
Alright.
ship. We both take face-up damage. Okay, time for Gorell's Honor. Gorell's Honor is maneuvering. Okay. So, first of all, we are going to shoot front arc into your side here. And it's going to be at blue ring. Actually, oh no, I can actually unload black dice here. So into the left arc of the Onager, we have 4 hits. I'm expending my external racks to add another 2 black die. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits with a face-up. With 7 hits with a critical effect.
Not so keen on that, honestly. Okay. Well, I don't think I actually have any more shields, honestly. So what I will do is I will use my salvo.
Okay, the salvo attack did 2 hits. And I will... That will be against the front arc. I will spend... It was a red and a blue, right? I'm going to force you to re-roll both of those with the evade.
Okay, accuracy, which I can't do anything with, but 1 critical.
1 critical hit, okay. Which I will then spend... I'll then spend the redirect to transfer that to the right port. The right arc. Okay. You now take 7 hits.
Boom! And that's the end of the Onager.
So I will slow down to speed 2. Let me go this way. Spending that one.
Okay. And is that all your
That
ships?
is all my ships.
Alright, so
Imperial squadron
my
phase.
squadrons are just gonna move up to here and to here so that they're at least engaging some of the ships, some of the other squadrons, and I'll be there.
Okay, so Dodge Founders is going to go first. He gains the rogue ability as per usual. And he's going against that TIE Fighter squadron there with his 3 blue dice. So, 3 blue dice against the TIE Fighters that are engaged with Hera. And he gets, ooh, okay, 1 hit. I can't do anything else with that. So,
Okay, but that is enough, because it's only got 1 health. So, this one dies.
okay. Now, Wedge Antilles is going up against an activated TIE Fighter squadron, so he's going to get 6 blue dice. For 4 hits.
Okay, and that will blow him up.
Okay, you've got no more TIE Fighters to go, so Hera will go now. She is going to activate. And she might as well fly around the back of the ISD there, and she's attacking the ISD with a blue and a blank die. She doesn't have bomber though, this is not her.
Oh, that's rare. Usually rebel ships just come with that as standard.
So 1 hit. It would be nice if she did have bomber.
I will spend a redirect and redirect that into my starboard side.
Okay. Done.
Okay, looks like the plan worked. Honestly, I should be able to get a win now, but I've got an MC-30 stranded at the moment, so we'll see what happens.
Well, here we are. Round 5. It's pretty much the same objective as it was in the previous round. I want to blow one last thing up. Alright, so I've got a front to side. It is obstructed because it goes across the debris field here.
Okay, so we need to do our start of ship activations, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, chaff on the rear. Chaff on the rear here. Okay.
Alright.
Hill activations.
So, we're going to do the gladiator, maneuvering. Alright, so I've got a front to side. So I'm going to do that. It's obscured. So that gives me
1 red die.
no, because it's obscured, so I'd add 1.
3 red die.
But oh yeah, and you didn't go for that back. Okay, so I get 3 red dice. Alrighty. So
okay, I'm going to cancel the double hit. So that's 1 hit remaining, which I'll redirect into the front armor, or the front arc, putting that down from 2 to 1.
okay, then it is maneuvering.
Okay.
Okay, so I tried to come in so I would be able to shoot with my side arc into your rear, but unfortunately I am just out, so...
Oof, unfortunate. Okay.
So that gamble didn't pay off.
Torin is going to try and get out of dodge now. He's doing a repair order. He has a repair token on him. He's got an engineering of 3. Now you halve your engineering value, then is it rounded up or down?
It's rounding up.
It's rounded up, so that means he's got 5 points to spend. So he's going to get rid of the capacitor failure, and then he's going to spend the remaining 2 points. Ooh, to... You know what, he's going to... I'll put this up 1. I had spent that token. There we go. Okay. ISD's turn.
So the ISD can shoot long range into the back of your MC30. So I've got 4 red dice.
Okay, I've got the chaff token on the rear.
Yep, I've already taken one out. It would normally be 5.
Oof, okay, that's up.
Okay, I'm going to reroll one of those with my twin link laser. Okay, so that was correct.
So I'm going to use the other evade to cancel 2 dice, and I'll just take the last hit on the rear armor, on the rear shield, putting it down to 0.
Okay, so I have got a shot into your side.
Yep.
So that is 1 red die. I'll just roll it here.
Blank.
And I can re-roll that.
You can. Unfortunate.
Alright. So now. Oh, I didn't reveal this, but it's just a maneuver. This is gonna maneuver to there.
And does that overlap the asteroid fields?
It does.
And you are going to grab a Thruster Fisher face-up critical hit. When you change your speed by 1 or more, you will suffer 1 damage.
Okay.
You have done all your activations, so it's just the rebels to activate. So we're just going to summarize this very quickly. As we're getting to the end of the game, the remaining rebel activations was just to move their ships around like this, and now they're going to focus on flying circles around the Imperial Star Destroyers. We're going to move into the squadron phase. It's just rebel squadrons to activate. We're going to see what damage we can do on the ISD. Okay, Hera's just within range 2 to give Rogue to Dutch. She's within 2 to give Rogue to Wedge. She's not, so Wedge is going to have to attack from his position. She'll do now. It's against the rear arc. He does have Bomber. It's 1 black die. He gets 1 hit on the rear arc. It's got no more shields on the rear arc. You have 1 on the right and 1 on the left.
Okay, I will redirect over onto the right.
Okay, now it's Dutch's turn. Dutch is going to fly up here, and I'll just roll here. Roll black die against the Star Destroyer. 1 hit.
Okay. Yep, okay, so that is a single hit that will go through, because I can't spend any exhausted...
It's face down.
Oh, it's face down.
It's face
okay.
down. And then Hera will activate. Because there's no other Imperials to go. She's going to move 3 here. And she has a black and a blue die against the Star Destroyer, but criticals don't do anything. So 1 additional hit.
Okay.
That is the end of the squadron phase.
Alright.
So, turn 6. Can Torrenfar's MC-30 survive a full frontal assault from the Imperial Star Destroyer? So, start of the ship phase, we're going to put down our chaff tokens. I'm going to keep the chaff token on the rear arc of the MC-30.
Okay. I am putting mine over onto this starboard side because I've got no shields there on the gladiator.
Okay, commands have been put down.
Yep.
Let's do it. Unfortunately, you get to go first.
So, I chose concentrate fire.
I see.
Going to remember to do this time. Okay, so range. I do believe that you are in short range. You are, so I get to shoot everything at you. Okay, I can re-roll this. Okay, not bad.
Okay, so I have 2 redirects and 2 evades for those emphasis.
Okay, so you can't use the redirects.
So I can't use any redirects.
Yeah, and if you use the evade, then it'll...
I'll spend the evade to get you to re-roll the 2 reds.
Okay, so it's going to turn to 3 hits. I have no shields left there, so Torrin is going to take... I can't redirect. So that's 3 accurate shots straight into the rear.
How much health does it have left?
He has 4 total, so he's going to take 3 hits.
Okie dokie.
So he's got 1 point of hull remaining.
And my ISD... unfortunately cannot ram yet.
Oof. Lucky, lucky, lucky. So Torrin has an engineering value of 3, which is good because he is going to repair one of those points of damage. He's going to roll a black and a blue against your front arc. Just a tiny little kick for roll here. 2 hits, critical effect.
I'll brace and then take 1. Those should be green.
So, you take 1 on the front.
Yep.
Right, I don't have anywhere else to go. Well, any more shooting to do, but I do have places to go. Over here.
Okay. Alright. So, with my remaining ship, I'm doing a maneuver. So what I'm going to do is I will shoot out of my side into the squadrons. Nope. This one? 1 hit.
Okay, when you said this one, who was this one? Hera. Okay, she will take 1 hit.
Okay, and then the X-Wings. Also taking it.
Okay, he will take 1 hit.
Okay. Then we shall move. Move it down. So this. That.
You're in range to shoot Guerrera's honor. So Guerrera's honor.
Guerrera's honor. Okay.
Oh, oh no, you're not going for Guerrera's honor. You're actually in range to hit Torrin.
I am in range.
Oh, could this be Torrin's hubris? He thought he got away. Well, he did manage to repair hull points. He's got 2 hull points remaining.
Okay. Alright, well, I will roll my solitary red die.
Okay, let's capture this. Where are you rolling? Right.
And
Torrin gets away.
that is that.
Right. Well, with my remaining activations, I'm not really going to be in the range to do a whole lot. Ships are just going to keep moving away. So they'll be alive in the deployment zone at the final turn. We could go into the squadron phase to see if I can punish the ISD. How many hull points you got remaining?
5, 6, yeah, 5.
Okay, but I don't think it's worthwhile. So, would you like to call the game there?
Yeah, let's count up some victory points. I suspect this is going to be quite a victory for the rebels.
With 4 rebel ships in the Imperial deployment zone, the rebels get 80 victory points. The Imperials managed to blow up a single CR-90, netting them 20, giving a decent win to the Rebel Alliance.
Absolutely. Well, that was a good victory for the Rebellion. It was the first time I've used that Onager, so I learned a few things about that, which was pretty neat. Got to blow some things up, which is fun, and I'm looking forward to bringing the hurt on the Rebellion in the next game.
Yeah, that was a fun game, and I'm looking forward to see what you come up with next now that you've given the Onager its shakedown cruise. I enjoyed flying my rebel list, although now that I've used it twice, I reckon I'm going to swap out Torren Far for something else. In the first game with this fleet, he didn't really do anything for me, and in this game, the one time I did use his ability, I actually got the rules wrong because he can't actually give himself rerolls. For those of you who stayed with us until the end of the video, thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please give this video a like and drop a comment letting us know what you thought of it. If there's anyone you think would enjoy the video, please give it a share. For now, the two of us are going to go and revise our fleet lists, and we will see you all next time for the next battle report.